Have you had people saying how reading has entirely changed their life, or how reading is probably the one way that took them to the very top? And then there you are at the end of your screen wondering, how can I fall in love with reading? I want to start reading, but how? You got a books online, but then you never end up reading those books? If that's the case with you, I believe by the end of this video, I'll get you sorted. Hey everyone, I'm Kritika. Thank you for choosing this channel. Before we move further, I want to let you know how reading has changed me as a person. You can skip this and move to the tips if you want. I'm sure there's a timestamp below. So I come from a real small town. मैंने 8th standard तक सब हिंदी मीडियम में ही पढ़ा है. एंड तब तक मुझे बिल्कुल आइडिया नहीं था व्हाट आर टेंसेज एंड स्टफ, और मुझे ग्रामर रूल्स के बारे में अभी भी कुछ खास पता नहीं है. It's just I started reading and I just adapted to the language. I adapted to the formation of sentences just as we speak our mother tongues. I can speak Hindi and Punjabi, and nobody has taught me the rules for that. Nobody has taught me the nouns or pronouns for that, the tenses, the rules, what is past, present or future. Nobody has taught me all that. It's just the language, it's the flow of language that we have learned as a part of our conditioning. And same has been with the language English for me. And it's just not only about the language, it's also about how reading has changed me as a person, how it has influenced me. I'm sure you must have heard your parents and teachers saying the importance of having good company, how you are mostly the average of your 4 to 5 closest friends, the importance of having a good circle. So if you're not able to find those better people than you, if you're not able to find people that you can learn from, there is no better way than to start reading and have your 4 to 5 favorite books and be the average of your favorite characters from those books. Cool, right? We are living in a digital age, especially the Gen Z. We have so much to learn from the books that are written out there. We're not trying to be cool, right? You know what is cool? To stand out. And there is no better way to stand out than to be the most intellectual person in the room. If you want to seem different, if you want to think different, you will have to read different and not just your textbooks. Trust me, if you ever have not read a great book, then you have no idea what's hidden in there. There must be something unique now. तभी तो सब leaders बोलते रहते हैं that we should start reading and reading is a great habit to have. Then why not let's just try it once and know what is all the fuss about. एक बार पढ़ लेते हैं, एक बार ट्राई कर लेते हैं, नहीं अच्छा लगा तो आगे से मत पढ़ना. Okay, enough talking, now let's come to action. So here are some practical tips जो काफ़ी times मैंने अपने classmates को दी हैं and they have worked pretty well for them. Number one, very basic that I'm sure you are aware of, it is to pick up a book that has easy language and which is divided into small chapters. One thing that can really disturb your flow of reading as a beginner is to constantly Google the meaning of new words that you find as you read. So it's always the best choice to get yourself a book with an easy vocab. Also make sure that it is divided into very small chapters so that you can complete one chapter a day and it will kind of motivate you to read even more. Number two.
You said number two.
Switch on to audiobooks along with your paperback. For example, I want to read a certain book. What I'll do is I'll get the audiobook for the same from platforms like Audible, Storytime, or even YouTube has some classic audiobooks for free. And when I'm reading, I'll plug in my earphones and read the paperback and listen to the audiobook both at the same time. I hope I made sense. Now what it'll do is it might feel like someone is reading a book to you. Or if you're into audiobooks, you can completely skip paperbacks and just listen to the audiobooks. Trust me, they are as great as traditional books. Number three, find a friend who wants to read as well and is sincere. Now you both can start reading together and find a same book that you both want to read and set a timeline, or maybe not, or you can just be accountable to each other with your reading progress. Number four, it's kind of related to the previous one. You can very well use this one if you don't have friends either. Or if you're just obsessed with social media, start sharing your takeaways from books that you read across social media platforms. This way you will be able to connect with new people who are into reading as well. And having a circle of people who are readers will push you further more on your reading journey. Number five, this is for people who are Instagram junkies. If you're most active on Instagram, here are certain hashtags that you can follow such as Bookstagram, Bookshelf, Books. It'll just keep your Insta feed with posts that are related to books and you'll end up having never-ending motivation and recommendations for reading. Inside info, I use the same trick for my workouts. Number six, read a book that has been recreated into a motion picture. There are so many classics, The Great Gatsby, Harry Potter. Please do not watch the movie first and then read the book. It'll get you nowhere in your reading journey. Instead, just read the book and then watch the movie. Probably you will end up being a little disappointed, as I have never seen a movie doing much justice to the great pieces of literature that are there. But it sure does feed your vision, because there is something that is completely happening in your head and then you watch it coming live on a screen. It does give a different kind of kick, and trust me, it's one of my favorite things to do when I need a break. What is your favorite tip of these all? What is the one thing that drives you towards reading? Do let me know in the comment section below. Don't turn off this video yet, as I have a great book recommendation for you. If you're new to reading and you're confused about where you should start your reading journey from, I would highly recommend this book named Unposted Letter. One, because this book is divided into real small chapters. The chapters just range from 2 to 4 pages long, and that's it. You can easily spare 10 to 15 minutes to read one chapter a day, and also you can pick them in any order as they are not related. Secondly, this is a self-help book. Trust me, our generation needs the most help when it comes to spiritual enlightenment and emotional intelligence. And that is exactly what this book is about. So I feel this book is going to add so much value to your life. This book actually holds the power to change your life. So when you're done reading, there would be a great chance for you to fall in love with reading and continue reading even more books. Thank you for still here. I hope to see you next time as well. And until we meet, here's something that you might find useful. Bye bye. Take care.